What is going on, guys? Grunge Live Gaming back here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the best servers to play in Apex Legends Season 7 and kind of modern day servers to play on, and also having the best server connections relative to where you are. And that's about it. The last thing I'll talk about is that footage of the servers will be played in the background of this video. And that's about it. Let's get right into today's video. Now, the first thing I'll talk about in the video today is the best server that I found the best teammates on, best solo queuing experience. And don't get me wrong, I tried out multiple servers before coming to the conclusion in this video. So anyway, the best server that I found with, good cooperation, best solo queuing experience is Tokyo. Now, when I play on the Tokyo 1 GCE server, I'm pretty sure that's a GCE server, I played 3 games. One was really long, and then 2 were relatively short, but everyone on the server always pinged, said thank you, alright, looking for this. Now, they weren't completely ping happy, because I know sometimes teammates will ping everything that they see, but these guys were most sure of, I don't know, just looking at what you had in your menu, what kind of ammos you were going with, and then pinging those ammos and those attachments for what might go, like an energy mag for an energy gun if they see that you're running one. So the kind of things like that were in the server. So honestly, if you guys like it, you guys can put up with sweaty people, because I know it's the Tokyo, it's very hardcore, because of course a lot of people play on that, and I played on this 3 a.m. their time, so honestly it was very interesting to see, and I still got completely steamrolled most of the time. Now, of course you can pull off a kill or 2, but the teams seemed to be very well maneuvered, even if it was solo queuing. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the teams were using mics. I wasn't, and somehow our team was doing pretty good. So just things like that on this server made it most interesting to see how well they solo queued and how well people would follow other people. They wouldn't stray away. They'd always stay as a group, and we always did. Now, onto the easiest servers. Now, there are some servers in this game that seem to be quite easy. Now, the easiest ones that I have found with most spot players, I seem to get a lot of kills on it, is Dallas and Oregon 2. Now, these two servers are very interesting because they're almost runoffs of other servers. What happens is when you get into an Oregon 2 instead of going with an Oregon 1, you're not really playing with the majority of the player base. Now, of course, queue times are pretty bad on the Oregon 2, so I would do Dallas any day of the week. But these two servers are very interesting since they have severed pieces of the player base. I don't know what stagnates a player base. I really don't how that works, but I did find that I got a lot of kills on these two servers, and that's just it for that area. I encourage you to try it for yourself. I noticed Dallas, I had great connection even though I was a couple states away, so that was pretty interesting. The Oregon 2 always lags out for me for some reason, and I'm pretty close to it, but for some reason it always just lags out and you always get the red symbols. So I would try Dallas before trying Oregon, but very similar player bases. They really don't strafe much, and without breaking skill-based matchmaking, it was interesting to see the bots in the lobby, somehow they move, the movement of players. So anyway, yeah, go check those servers out. Now, the last thing I'll actually talk about is kind of a bonus thing. I'm going to talk about the servers to stay away from. Now, I know people in Australia, right? I've seen that some of my viewers are from there. Now, I've heard the Australian server, and from experience, even though I had terrible lag, it is very hardcore. So if you are an Australian on that kind of server, I would try to maybe even make it to Tokyo somewhere. I know it's hard because that's very far away. Australia is its own continent, right? It's very separated out there. But whatever you can do, try to get it so you can get to another server maybe. Now, of course, US servers are out of the question, but maybe a Europe server, something like that. And then the sweatiest US server I've come across is the Iowa servers. I know that seems crazy, but I was playing on the Iowa 1 server, and geez, are the people's movements good on that server. So definitely stay away from there. Go check it out, because I know pretty much every server, right, it's always going to be sweaty. But I found something in the Iowa player base. They seem to have quite a lot of movement, and I did play 3 matches there as well. Seem to have quite a lot of movement and just interesting strafing patterns, so it was just interesting to play on that server. And then the last thing I'll talk about is Europe servers. Now, I've heard that mostly every server in Britain, especially the Belgium servers, are quite sweaty. Now, of course, it's going to be hard for anyone in Europe, the UK area, to switch to a US server or a Tokyo server. So in that case, you are pretty much stuck there, but I would go with one of the runoffs, maybe find a Belgium 2 server, something like that. And anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the video today. Hopefully you guys go check out those servers. Super fun to play on if it matches your playstyle, right? It's interesting how some servers can have better players on it than others. Don't know how that happens, it just does. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stick around for more content like this, and I'll see you guys on the next